Hi everyone, today I show you how to crochet this bag. So this is my new tutorial. I'm really excited about this pattern. I show you the inside, so you see it's very roomy, and I show you how it looks like when I wear it right here. So this is a big version. I also made a small version I want to show you. So I made a checkered small version. You have the tutorial right here. So you will see the pattern is really easy. It's only single crochet, chain stitches, and front loop, back loop only. That's all you need to know to make this bag. So if you are a beginner, you can absolutely follow this tutorial. If you don't want to follow along all the video, you can also get the written version of the pattern right here on my Etsy shop. You can print it. It has all the pictures and the instructions, so it may be easier for you to follow. Thank you so much if you decide to buy my pattern. Thanks to that, I can keep making videos, making tutorials, crochet patterns, everything. So thank you so much. I forgot to tell you, but also the good thing about this tutorial is that you can use any type of yarn. Like, it doesn't matter what type of yarn you are using. I will explain how you can make it happen with any type of yarn. But let's get started with the supplies, because I want to show you what specific yarn I used for my bag. So thanks to the pattern structure, you can choose any type of yarn. The ones that I tell you are just suggestions. If you want the same look with the chunky stitches as the ones in the picture, the weight category has to be the same as indicated. So for the supplies, the links to purchase are in the description, and in the description you will find also similar yarns that are available in Europe. So I made two bags to show you as example, and both of the bags I used 9mm hook. And for bag number one, I used 2 skeins of Partie chunky from Premier, which is super bulky, and I crocheted it with acrylic yarn to make the bag, I would say, more sturdy, more resistant over time. So I mixed Premier Parfait Chunky in toffee with Caron 1 pound lace, which is a acrylic medium weight yarn. For bag number 2, I used 3 skeins of Premier Basics Chenille Bright in color Powder, I don't know how to say. So it's like a dark gray color, very nice, and I crocheted it with Red Heart Super Saver acrylic yarn to make the bag more sturdy, more resistant. And Premier Basics Chenille yarn is a weight super bulky, and the Super Saver acrylic yarn is a medium weight yarn. And then for the other supplies, so I use darning needle to sew the pieces together. I use sewing clips to clip like the pieces together to keep them together. Then measuring tape, which I think is one of the most important tools you need for this pattern, because we will measure a lot. Then you will need stitch markers if you want to, and shoulder straps. They come from Amazon. The links are in the description, and they have so many colors, so I just put the links for the colors. Some notes before we start. You have the dimension of the bag on the right of the picture. The following video is a step-by-step tutorial to crochet my Melly Mellow bag large version. You can get the written pattern on my Etsy shop as a PDF file that you can print, as well as a pattern for the smaller version. If you want a smaller bag, I also made a pattern for it. The links are in the description, and thank you so much for your support if you buy from my Etsy shop. You can use any type of yarn, but to have the same bag with the same dimensions, make sure to respect the measurements that I will give you for the different pieces. Also, if the video goes too fast, you can slow it down in the YouTube reader in the settings. If you have any question, please let me know in the comment section, and let's get started. Et si tu parles français, voici quelques abréviations qui t'aideront à suivre le tuto. So let's start with the main part of the bag. You will start by making 26 chain stitches, and you can see I used acrylic and plush yarn. The acrylic is to make the bag more resistant over time and more sturdy, I will say. Once you are done with the 26 chain stitches, keep the first chain stitch from the hook, start crocheting in the second chain stitch from the hook and make 1 single crochet in each stitch. Then measure it to make sure it's 11.5 inches long or 29 centimeters long. If it's wider than 11.5 inches, redo row 0 and row 1, but this time remove some chain stitches. So try row 0 with 25 chain stitches. If it's shorter than 11.5 inches, add some chain stitches. So try with row 0, 27 chain stitches, for example. Once you get the right measurement, turn your work without making any turning chain. We will not make any turning chain in this pattern. And start in the first stitch from the hook and make 1 single crochet in each stitch. Then repeat row number 2 until it's 6 inches long or 15 centimeters long. Voila, make sure it's the right measurement. And then row number 3 will only be in the back loop. So right here, and you make 1 row of 1 single crochet in each stitch, only in the back loop. After that, grab your lap counter and make sure to count the number of rows you will make after row number 3. For example, row number 4 will be 1. We will need this number for after. So row number 4 is 1 single crochet in each stitch. And at the end of row 4, don't forget to count 1 row. Then repeat row number 4 until it's 7.8 inches long or 20 centimeters long. And don't forget to count the row. Very important. Count the row after row number 3. Voilà, so I measure to make sure it's correct. And then check your lap counter. If the number of rows you made after row 3 is even, so 2, 4, 6, 8, you will need to make the next row in front loop only. If the number of rows you made after row 3 is odd, so 3, 5, 7, 9, you will need to make the next row in back loop only. For example, I made 4 rows after row 3, so I will need to crochet the next row in front loop only. Voila, so row 5, which is the next row, you do it front loop or back loop as I explained earlier, so it's according to the number you got. And for me, it's in the front loop. And you make 1 single crochet in each stitch. Then you make a row number 6, which is 1 single crochet in each stitch. You will repeat row 6 until it's 18 inches long or 46 centimeters long. Once you have the good measurement, you cut the thread, make a classic finish or pass the thread through the loop to make a knot and weave in the ends. So weaving in just means hiding the ends in the other stitches to make sure it's hidden and that it doesn't unravel, I think is how we say. Then we will make the bottom of the bag and the gousset. The gousset are the sides of the bag, but you will see it's only one piece. And you start by making 5 chain stitches. Then you skip the first chain stitch from the hook and start crocheting in the second chain stitch from the hook, and you make 1 single crochet in each stitch. Measure your work to make sure it's 2.3 inches long or 5.8 centimeters long. If it's wider than 2.3 inches, redo row 0 and row 1, but this time remove some chain stitches, so try with 4 chain stitches. If it's shorter than 2.3 inches, add some chain stitches. So for example, try with row 0, 6 chain stitches. Then once you get the right measurement, turn your work without making any turning chain, start in the first stitch from the hook and make 1 single crochet in each stitch. You can repeat row 2 until it's 34 inches long or 86 centimeters long. So very, very long. And once you are done, you can cut the thread, do a classic finish and weave in the ends. Then we will make 7 strips. So 3 small ones, we will call them A, 2 medium ones, we will call them B, and 2 wide ones or large ones, we will call them C. So we will make 3 strips A. So you start by making 15 chain stitches. Then skip the first chain stitch from the hook, start in the second one and make 1 single crochet in each stitch. Then measure it to make sure that it's 6.8 inches long or 17 centimeters. So if it's wider than 6.8 inches, redo row 0 and row 1, but that time remove some chain stitches. So try with 14 chain stitches. If it's shorter than 6.8 inches, add some chain stitches. So try with 16 chain stitches. Then turn your work, no turning chain, start in the first stitch from the hook and make 1 single crochet in each stitch. Repeat row 2 until it's 2.3 inches long or 5.8 centimeters long. Then you can cut the thread, make a classic finish within the ends, and you will need to make 3 strips like that, and they are called strip A. Strips B, you will need to make 2 of them. So you start by making 24 chain stitches. And skip the first chain stitch from the hook, start in the second one from the hook, and make 1 single crochet in each stitch. Then measure it to make sure that it's 10 inches long or 25 centimeters. If it's wider than 10 inches, redo row 0 and row 1, but that time remove some chain stitches. So try with 23 chain stitches. If it's shorter than 10 inches, add some chain stitches, so try with 25, for example. Then you can turn your work with no turning chain, start in the first stitch from the hook and make 1 single crochet in each stitch. Then you can repeat row 2 until it's 2.3 inches long or 5.8 centimeters long. Then you can do a classic finish within the ends, and you will need to make 2 strips B. Strip C, you will need to make 2 of them as well. So you start by making 26 chain stitches. Then skip the first chain stitch from the hook, start crocheting in the second one and make 1 single crochet in each stitch. Measure it to make sure that it's 11.5 inches or 29 centimeters long. If it's wider than 11.5 inches, redo row 0 and row 1 and remove some chain stitches. So try with row 0, 25 chain stitches. If it's shorter than 11.5 inches, add some chain stitches. So try with 27. You can turn your work, no turning chain, start in the first stitch from the hook and make 1 single crochet in each stitch. And then repeat row number 2 until it's 2.3 inches long or 5.8 centimeters long. Then cut the thread, classic finish within the ends and make 2 strips C. So now we have 7 strips and we are ready to assemble our bag. So this is strip C, the 2 of them, strip B, 2 of them, and 3 strips A. Voila. So we will do the assemblage now. So place the 2 strips C side by side horizontally, like that. So we will call them C1 and C2. So you take a strip A, one of them, you place it under C2, like that, and I put a sewing clip. And then you place it on top of C1, right here. Then you take a strip B and you place it on top of C2, right here. Place a clip. And then under C1. So I put it under, right here. Make sure every strip touch each other. Then strip A under C2. And on top of C1, right here. Then you take a strip, the last strip B, on top of C2 and under C1. Up, under it. Voila. And the last strip A, where is it? Right here. You place it under C2 and on top of C1. Right here. So it should look like that. It should look like that. Something like that. Voila. Make sure to clip everything so it stays in place and that every strip touches each other and there is no gaps between them. So now with the darning needle and the thin acrylic yarn that you use to crochet the bag, we will sew the strips together. No need to make the stitches too close to each other as we will crochet a border later. So it's just to make sure that it stays in place. And I will show you right now with my finger how to sew. So all around. Right here. So now take the main part and the front side is facing you. So right here. So this is the front side. And there is a bottom, so is where the front loop only or the back loop only are. There is a short side from the bottom and a long side. And we will connect the strips to the long side. In order to connect, the strips A will go under the main part and the strips B will go on top. So you see under and on top. And then you can place sewing clips to make sure it stays in place. Then I pulled a little bit on the stripes B, just to make sure everything is tight and there is no gaps between the strips. And then to sew, just follow my finger to know where to sew. Voila, so then flip your piece on the other side, which is the back side. So the end of the strips A, between each strips you can just pass the thread under the stitches like when we are weaving in to avoid cutting each time. So I will just show you. So you flip your piece and you see this is the end of strips A, so we will sew here, and between you just go under the stitches. So I will show you in the video. Then no need to flip back your work, grab your hook because we will crochet again. So insert your hook in one of the surrounding stitches and attach the yarn by making a chain stitch. So right here, making a chain stitch, and then we will make one single crochet in each stitch along the 4 edges. So I show you with my fingers the 4 edges. And in each corner you will make 2 single crochet, which is also an increase, because the 2 single crochet will help you to switch direction. So in each corner you make 2 single crochet. So once you are back where you started, you can cut the thread, classic finish, and weave in the ends. Now grab the bottom gousset piece and fold 6 inches or 15 centimeters off on both ends. So I will show you here. You fold, make sure it's 6 inches, so a little bit longer right here, 6 inches, and then you place clips to make sure it stays in place, and you will do it on both sides. Up, right here, 6 inches. And now we will sew the end to make sure it stays folded like that. And now we will sew the bottom of the bag on the back side of the main part. That will be the inside of your bag. The bottom should be placed where you made the back loop or front loop only rows. So I will show you. Here are some measurements so you can make sure the bottom is well placed. So right here, so make sure it's the same measurements as me. And then you can start sewing. Sorry for the frame of the video is not very good. I didn't realize that I was not in the frame. And then you can fold the sides and sew it to the gousset. So make sure to use the same technique as mine to sew, so you have a nice, like I will say, a nice result. Yeah. It's a little bit narcissistic to say, but yeah, if you follow the same way as me, it should be nice. So do the same thing for each side, and you should have after that something that looks like that. Voila. And the last step will be to add the strap. So I will show you how I added the strap on both sides. It's really not complicated. I just like clip it on the gousset. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget, if you want to make the mini version, the link is in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any question, please let me know in the comment section. Let me know what color you chose for your bag. I see you very soon for new tutorials. Please take care. Bye bye.